hit a new low. We are 172.5 pounds as of this morning. So like 2 or 3 hours ago. That's a brand new low that I've hit. I haven't been that lean or this lean ever before. Like I haven't been in the 170s since high school, right? So it's been a while. The 200-pound Sam Sulik like perma bulk wasn't probably a great idea, but it happened. So we'll work with what we can. We're not going to be in the best situation all the time. So the only thing you can do is just not do it again and just progress. Yeah, I've told my friends this before, but don't crank your Johnson too much, right? There's a whole lot of negatives that come with it in terms of like how you perceive women or men. If you're gay, I don't care, whatever you're into, bro. But yeah, just watching a lot of that type of content isn't good for your brain. It's also not good for your gains. I've noticed that if I crank it a lot, I lose a lot of motivation, which makes me perform worse in the gym. Not in terms of like I don't want to go to the gym, but more so that I feel like I've been, how do I say this? I've been like almost neutered in my mind, where I can't focus on things super well. I feel kind of more groggy and tired if I crank it too much. You know what I'm saying? So if you do want good performance, don't touch yourself. I would say, I don't understand how people can beat it every day or multiple times a day. That's some like S-tier gooner like abilities. You have to be shooting blanks at that point, right? Like just, I don't know. But yeah, I've been toning down how much there's no shot puts in the video. Oh my god. I've been toning down how much I've been I've been toning down how much I spend quality time with my lower half. And I feel like I've gotten better gym progress that way. Maybe not in terms of like, it's exploded everything, but I feel like I enjoy the gym more, I enjoy life more, it's just overall like a positive, you know what I'm saying? Moral of the story here, don't touch yourself. Go outside, participate in the hobbies that you like. You'll be better off for it, I promise. Alright, let's go to the gym, bro. This is so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
To breathe. Sometimes I need you to stay away from me. Sometimes I'm in disbelief, I didn't know. Somehow I need you to go. Don't stay. Forget our memories, forget our possibilities. What you were changing me into, just giving myself back and don't stay. Forget our memories, forget our possibilities. Take all your faithlessness with you. Just give me myself back and don't stay. Sometimes I feel like I trusted you too well. Sometimes I just feel like screaming at myself. Sometimes I'm in disbelief, I didn't know. Somehow I need to be alone. Forget our memories, forget our possibilities. What you were changing me into, just give me myself back and don't stay. Forget our memories, forget our possibilities. Take all your faithlessness with you. Just give me myself back and don't stay.
this is a couple hours later. I'm eating the last of my food today. Chobani. It's pretty good. Um, this is a good angle. Okay. So I just want to talk about cutting a little bit. I hit a new low today at 172 pounds. 172.5.6. I have to check. But basically, I've hit a new low in terms of my weight, but this is the strongest I've ever been on almost all of my lifts. That's crazy, right? Now, why is that the case? To put it simply, basically, the mechanisms for why you gain muscle, I'll put this over here, and the mechanism for how you lose fat over here are two different things. To build muscle, you need stimulus and an adequate amount of protein. Cool. That's why you can get stronger and build muscle on a cut. Will it be as effective as if you're maintaining your weight or bulking? Not exactly. And that's not because of protein, but because of motivation and energy levels. When you're on a bulk or maintaining, you have more energy. You have basically more resources to draw from to actually, you know, get the most amount of stimulus from those reps. And then if you're bulking and maintaining, again, you're maintaining your body fat or getting more body fat, and you have more energy, thus you can get more stimulus, right? That's kind of the short of it. And I could also be wrong. I'll be honest. I don't know everything. I lie sometimes. I'm kidding. I don't lie, but I can be incorrect at times. But there's something like this, um, this topic specifically, I think I'm correct on because I'm physically seeing these changes in myself. What I'm trying to say is you don't need to bulk to get stronger, right? It helps because of energy and motivation, um, but it's not a necessity, right? Once I'm done with this cut, I'm going to maintain. I'm not going to go back into a bulk and gain more fat. Now, will you gain more weight over time? Yes. As you build muscle, your body fat will go up, and thus, not your body fat, the amount of muscle in your frame will increase. Thus, your weight increases because you have more muscle. What does that mean? Excuse me. Oh God. What does that mean? That means that you will have to up your maintenance calories in order to readjust that new body weight. That takes a long time. Building muscle takes a very, very long time. I want you guys to know that. Um, that's basically why maintaining is good and why you can get stronger on a cut. Um, specifically, my arms have gotten stronger, and that's because of exercise sequencing, right? The order of your exercises matters a lot, also, especially on a cut when you're limited on energy. My arms, my shoulders are a weak point in my body. Um, they're a lot smaller than I would want them to be, and that's because of how I ordered things in the past. Um, I first started with PPL, and I would always put arms at the end. Not a good idea, because they get less stimulus. The later something is in the workout, the less stimulus it gets. Now, am I saying your arms will not grow? No. There are also a bunch of there are also individual specific factors that could play into this. Someone who has good arm genetics could put them at the end and still grow those arms more than like your chest, for example, right? Put triceps at the end, your triceps could grow more than your chest based on your genetics. That's just how life is. Life is unfair. Oh well. So, for people like us, the normal guys, normal genetic people, prioritize what you want to do at the start of your workout. Prioritize what you want to grow at the start of your workout. For me, it's arms. My arms have been getting bigger, not by a ton because they're also a relatively small muscle. So, you can only grow it so much, especially as a natural. And then of course your genetics matter, your insertions, all that. But even with like mid to low tier genetics, you can still develop some good arms, right? You are still a human that can grow muscle. So, no point in blaming your genetics when you haven't even tried to grow that muscle, Basically, order your exercises and what you want to grow the most. A question that sometimes comes up when I tell people about this is, oh, if you do your arms first, Can't that become a limiting factor in your other exercises? Yeah, kind of. I would ideally want to have a gap after the arm day, after I use arms. So, right, okay, gap. What do we mean by gap? Let's look an upper body day. Um, if I start with triceps, then I do biceps. After that, I'd want to do a chest movement because while I was working my biceps, my triceps got a little bit extra rest. So they're not going to be as fatigued if I just do triceps and then a chest press movement. You get what I'm saying? That extra time by doing a different exercise lets you recover a little bit more. Will it make a huge difference? Again, it kind of varies on person to person. I'm inclined to say it can help you a little bit. You know, it might get you another 2, 3 reps. That's just kind of like a rough guess. But basically, if you train with intent and you have a reason for why you do things and you understand those reasons, you will grow a lot of muscle. That's just the facts. You will grow more. So, I encourage anyone watching this video to try to learn more. Learn more about building muscle, learn more about exercise selection, different types of exercises, and find what you enjoy. Because if you enjoy it, and it's generally a good exercise or a good program that you follow, you will grow a lot. I can promise you that. Okay. That's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna finish my yogurt. And then not goon. That intro was so weird. I don't know what I was on. I know. I lied. I had a lot of caffeine and pre-workout. So yeah. Anyway. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.